Just days before Broadway star Josh Grizzetti died at only 44 years old, he shared an emotional message about leaving a production early for personal reasons, writing about how much a small gesture meant when his heart was hurting. Now, after news of his death sent shockwaves through the theater community, that final public message has taken on a heartbreaking new meaning, and the tributes from those who knew him reveal just how many lives he touched both on stage and far beyond it. Hey everyone, welcome back to Unix Media. I'm Sagar, and today we're remembering Josh Grizzetti, the acclaimed Broadway performer, television actor, director, writer, and teacher known to audiences from The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, Something Rotten, and It Should Have Been You. According to People, Grizzetti died on Friday, July 10, 2026, at the age of 44. His friend and former Something Rotten co-star Rob McClure announced the devastating news in an emotional tribute 2 days later. McClure, who had also served as best man at Grizzetti's wedding, described the loss as cataclysmic and expressed his heartbreak for Josh's wife and family. But this is where the story becomes especially emotional. Only days before his death, Grizzetti shared what would become his final public Instagram post. He explained that he had left his directing duties for Legally Blonde at Italy's Trentino Music Festival before opening night for personal reasons. Then the cast surprised him with a photo showing themselves holding up his image on a phone. Josh wrote that he had cried on the plane and said that little gestures go a long way when your heart is hurting. He ended his message by telling the cast how proud he was of them. After his death, those words became incredibly difficult for fans, students, friends, and colleagues to read. And trust me, this next part matters, because Josh Grizzetti wasn't simply a familiar face on television or a talented Broadway actor. To countless young performers, he was a mentor who helped shape their futures. Grizzetti served as head of the musical theater program at California State University, Fullerton, after teaching acting, musical theater, and the business of theater at other institutions. Students responding to his final post thanked him for his knowledge, kindness, humor, and the lasting impact he made on their lives. His career was remarkable. Television audiences may remember him as Ralph Emerson in the 5th and final season of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, where he appeared in 8 episodes. On Broadway, he performed in It Should Have Been You and later took over the role of Nigel Bottom in Something Rotten, eventually touring the country with the production. He also appeared in films including The Immigrant, Revolutionary Road, and The Namesake, and wrote the book God in My Head. But as news of his death spread, the response from the Broadway community showed that his legacy went far beyond a resume. Stars including Rachel Zegler, Lea Salonga, Donna Murphy, and others shared their condolences. Sierra Boggess, who starred opposite Grizzetti in It Should Have Been You, remembered him as someone who brought light, thought, and humor wherever he went. She praised his brilliance as an actor, director, and writer, and spoke about his deeply thoughtful way of looking at the world. And that's perhaps the most powerful part of this story. Audiences saw the performer. Students saw the teacher. Friends saw the person behind all of it. A man remembered for his intelligence, humor, creativity, philosophical conversations, and ability to inspire. His final public message now stands as a painful reminder of something we can easily forget. We don't always know what someone may be experiencing privately, even when their public life is filled with success, creativity, laughter, and admiration. Josh Grizzetti leaves behind his wife of 6 years, Mackenzie Grizzetti, along with a theater community, generations of students, colleagues, friends, and audiences who are mourning an enormous loss. So here's the question we want to leave with you. What performance or moment from Josh Grizzetti's career will you remember most? Share your memories respectfully in the comments, and please keep his wife, family, friends, students, and colleagues in your thoughts. And if you or someone you know is struggling with emotional distress or simply needs someone to talk to in the United States, call or text 988. Support is available 24 hours a day. If you value respectful updates on the stories people across America are talking about, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video.